All right, folks, on Saturday, November 15th in Washington, D.C., the Free Iran Convention will bring together over 1,000 Iranian scholars, activists, professionals, and community leaders who are dedicated to changing and charting a path towards a democratic, secular, and non-nuclear Iran. Here to discuss is the Deputy Director of the U.S. National Council of Resistance of Iran, Ali Reza Jafarzadeh. I hope I said it right, Ali Reza. Good to have you back, my friend. You know, it strikes me that this is something that has to come from the folks. You guys are putting some scholars together. Great idea. Love it. But how do you get the groundswell of people to do it? You need millions upon millions of Iranians to say enough is enough of these mullahs. Let's get back into the 21st century.
Eric, you nailed it. This conference is exactly about that. It's not about a conference just like scholars getting together outside of Iran. It's all about inside Iran. The focal point of the conference is actually a section called Voices from Inside Iran. Those political prisoners. Actually, we're going to have a lot of messages from people who are on a death row, who are political prisoners inside Iran. Why they were sentenced to death? Because they stood up to the ayatollahs. They called for change in Iran. They supported the main organized resistance, the MEK, which has acted as engine for change. There's going to be messages from those on the ground, what's known as the resistance units. These are the people who are going to cover their faces, but they're going to talk about their commitment, their involvement, the role they played in the uprisings in the past, how committed they are to bring down the regime in Iran. The message is really that change will come on the ground by the people of Iran, and it's not just going to happen by itself. There needs to be an organized force, which is those resistance units on the ground. And their message to the outside world is that you need to look at Iran through the prism of the Iranian people and the organized resistance, not the regime. And the keynote address actually is going to come from Paris. Mrs. Mariam Rajavi, the president-elect of the National Council of Resistance of Iran, who's played a huge role in galvanizing the network inside Iran, but also mobilizing international support for change in Iran, international support for those on the ground. This is going to be a very unique convention that I invite everyone to come and join.
Ali Reza, I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, I remember there was a point where Tehran was an up-and-coming city. Women were allowed to wear street clothes. The feeling was it was a beautiful city that was growing, and technology was one of the main economic products coming out of Tehran. And then it went back to the mullahs, almost like it went back 100 years. What happened? Am I wrong? And what happened if I'm not wrong?
Well, you know, certainly a good portion of what you said is actually the truth, that Iran certainly, you know, there was a desire on the part of the people of Iran to advance, to progress. Remember, Iran is a nation state, very over 2,000 years. A lot of the science and literature and culture and all of that, in medicine, everything came from Iran centuries ago. But the problem with that, which actually led to the 1979 revolution, was that we had a repressive ruler, the Shah, who ruled through iron fist, put intellectuals in jail, announced a single party rule, was very corrupt. The people of Iran didn't like it. They said it's fine that, you know, it's not about like women just having the ability to wear whatever they want to wear, but it's their role in the leadership. What's their role in the society? What's the role of the other people in the society? That actually led to a genuine revolution, popular revolution. Millions of people swept the Shah out of power. What happened was that because the Shah had put a lot of the intellectuals in jail and got rid of them, and he left the network of the clerics intact, they stole the leadership of a genuine revolution and installed even more repressive system in Iran.
Sir, I don't mean to cut you off. My
Yes.
point is, I'm kind of out of time here. My point is, if it happened once, and I'm not talking about 200 years ago, we're talking about 50 years ago, 45, 47, 46 years ago, it could happen again the other way, in the better way. And you guys are at the tip of the spear of making that change back to bringing Iran into the 21st century, where people have, where human rights are still, women have rights again, and folks can worship who they want to worship, not just Allah. Sir, thank you so much for your time. Ali Reza Jafarzadeh, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Eric. Always a pleasure.
We'll see you again soon.